Alright, hello! Today's going to be a new video of me expanding on the series of Call of Duty Warzone Gun Tier List Season 2 edition. Today we're going to be covering assault rifles. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. I'm not going to waste your time here. Let's see. First thing at first, I believe this is going to be the Kilo. It's been nerfed. See, a lot of people still use it. I say it's still top tier viable. It's bottom tier, top tier viable. You'll see. It's still going to be around. A lot of people like it. It's a pretty easy gun to manage. Recoil rise. Low skill gap gun, basically. Anyone can use it. Alright, next is going to be the M13. This gun, I've have a lot of hours with this gun. And I'm going to put it above the Kilo. I feel like it's the faster fire rate. And it has even less recoil than the Kilo. It's not Warzone meta, it never has been. It's always been top tier viable. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like this for as long as Warzone's around. And it's not going to change. AK-47. Modern Warfare version. It's going to be viable. Be top tier viable or Warzone meta if the recoil on it wasn't so fucking terrible. It's really bad. AMAX, no secret here. Warzone meta, probably top 3 echelon of guns right now. It's probably going. I don't know if it's going to get nerfed or not. Actually, I don't think it's going to get nerfed. But yeah, definitely Warzone meta, and it's pretty easy to manage on recoil wise. Definitely put a motherfucker down quick. Next is going to be the ASVAL. Now this is a weird gun because it's actually the fastest time to kill a gun in the game, but the problem is the bullet velocity, mag size are just horrible. I mean, you can run it with a sniper, but there's better options. I mean, you can kind of try to run it as a sub, or I don't know. It's just an awkward gun. It's definitely viable, but I can't put anything above that with the mag size and everything. AN94 would not recommend. This gun, this gun is a complete upset. I was so excited for it to come out, and it's just not what previous generations and older Call of Duty games. It's just not on the same level as those. Next, Grau 556 is going to be top tier viable. I'd put it in between the Kilo and M13. I'm a little bit biased to the M13. I don't like the Grau anymore after it's got its dick shoved in the dirt with the giant nerf. Still viable. A lot of people still use it. Again, no recoil. Does pretty good to medium, around the medium range. It's not very good long distance anymore, and it's not really good up close. But at that certain range, it does melt still. M4A1. That's going to be top tier viable. Has a little bit more recoil than these other 3 guns here, but does more damage than all of them. It's still pretty easy to handle, get a hold of, track people pretty good with. Close, medium, long range, doesn't matter. It's really solid all the way across. AK-47 from Cold War. It's been buffed, patched, whatever you want to call it, with the attachments. I really haven't played with it a lot. When I did use it, it wasn't very good, so I'm going to give it a benefit of doubt and put it in viable. Still wouldn't recommend it. FFAR, that's going to be Warzone meta. Possibly, it's probably going to receive a nerf, and it's going to hurt my feelings, but it needs a nerf. It's broken, but there's been more broken guns on here, on this, through the whole Warzone lifespan. Alright, Odin. I want to say it's bottom viable, but I'm just not going to recommend it. It's a gun that has places where it shines, but it don't shine very bright. I'll just put it like that. Scar, a gun, again, that didn't really get a chance. Mag size is terrible. The recoil is probably one of the worst in the game. Other than that, damage profiles are pretty good. Would not recommend it though. Next we're gonna have Groza. I'm gonna have that as viable or even top tier. I'm just gonna put it in viable. The upper echelon of viable. Just a decent gun all the way around, but like a lot of these guns here, just doesn't shine anywhere like some of these top guns do. What gun is this? I'm going blank on it. Oh shit, what gun is it? The Krig. Sorry, I don't know. I'm stupid. Had a stroke. Definitely going to be top tier viable. I'd put it right behind the M4 carbine. Or carbine. I would put it above it if it had a little bit better damage profile. But it's kind of like the M13, but slower rate of fire. Beams people, dude. No recoil at all. But kind of a marshmallow shooter. But it does a little bit more damage than M13 and has, I don't know, you could switch those two really. But top tier viable. Good gun to use. XM4. This is another gun with the AK-47 from Cold War. Got a buff on its attachments. Haven't used it a lot. Heard it's melting. I'm going to put it at the bottom echelon of top tier viable for now. I know it don't shine up close. And it's probably not the best at long range. So it's probably going to be one of your medium range engagements. So what assault rifle is meant to do. But again, it doesn't really shine anywhere. If anything, I could put it easily at the top of the list on viable or the bottom of the list at top tier viable. It's kind of like an in-betweener. We'll just leave it there for now. We got the Fara or Fara, whatever you want to call it. Would not recommend. It's good. Too much horizontal recoil, especially for your mouse and keyboard. Not mouse and keyboard. Your controller users. Definitely hard to manage. Even with mouse and keyboard, it's pretty hard to manage on the recoil. Next, we have the Ram 7. This is a gun that's always been slept on. It's always been really good, and you'll see it when a gun gets nerfed, like the meta gets nerfed, and you'll start seeing it pop up, and then DLC guns come in that are broken, so it kind of gets slept on again. Always been top tier viable, really good. Kind of has a little bit of weird horizontal recoil to it, but it's not as bad as all the other ones I talked about that had horizontal recoil. Still a really good gun. Fast fire rate. Not as fast as M13 or something like that, or FFAR, but it melts. It definitely does that. Next, we're going to have the AUG. And this thing is just probably it's the best gun right now, besides the FFAR. It's literally, it just fucking melts. It's broken, and it's not broken like the FFAR is. The FFAR is broken up close, and the AUG from Black Ops Cold War is broken at long ranges. So like that's why you see a bunch of people running AUG and FFAR, because FFAR will outgun any submachine gun pretty much if you're in the right situation, and the AUG's gonna melt everybody unless you're a Chris Kyle and sniping the motherfucker in the head. If you don't, you're gonna get mowed down by this fucking AUG. I guarantee you. It's gonna get nerfed soon. Hopefully it does, because the assault rifle meta's pretty slim. Next we have the Cold War FAMAS. Not Cold War. Modern Warfare FAMAS. Would not recommend. Pile of dog shit is what it is. Absolute garbo. M16. I want to. Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's going to be top tier viable. I'm going to drop the XM4 to viable because I don't have a good reading on that gun yet. M16, not as good as the AUG. Definitely a good option to use if you like burst rifles. But yet again, I wouldn't choose it over any of these guns, really. Actually, I take that back. I'd choose it over the Grau and the Kilo. My personal preference. It's really too close to really call it. I mean, it's a top tier viable gun. It's not Warzone meta. It's above viable. Next we have the FAL. One of those niche type guns that would be really good. I don't know. Ever since it got, I think this gun kind of had its one chance to shine, and that's when it was broken and everyone hated it. And I think it should stay that way. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those guns. I wouldn't recommend it. I almost put it in viable, but it's not really viable. I wouldn't recommend it at all. But alright, I think that's all the assault rifles. if I can look. Yeah, that's all of them. But yeah, you can change those two depending on your preference. If you like to get long range engagements, grab you an AUG. If you like the FFAR for CQB combat, there you go. Hey, if you want to be one of those people that run both of them and run double AR, go for it. You can definitely pull it off at this point in time of the meta. Again, you can go with the AMAX. It's slightly below those two because those two guns are broken, but definitely a good choice. Any of these top tier viable guns, I definitely recommend too. If you just want to change your pace and not be at, well, you're going to be at a disadvantage if you're not running these three guns, but they're still usable and they're in that upper class of assault rifles. But if yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll try to answer and give you my opinion on why I ranked these guns the way I did. And yeah, until then, stay cringy.